you name it, to get that operation going, changing the schedule, getting everything down there. I thought they did a great job. I thought the players did a nice job as well, adjusting. That's the name of the game, and we'll continue to do that as necessary. But got our work in, adjusted a few different things just being down there, but made sure that we got our work in.
Kevin, you all placed Brian Allen on IR today. I was curious if that was a season-ending injury or something you're expecting.
We'll see how the roster shakes out. Disappointed for him, obviously, with an injury, but we'll see how it shakes out.
Kevin, we know you like David Njoku. Did you ever get the ball personally?
Yeah, I mean, you go into every game thinking specifically about your guys, and Dave's top of the list, with who we're trying to get the ball to. And then you really, as an offense, you design plays where he's primary, or you feel really good that you're going to get a certain look, and then it's the quarterback's job to distribute the ball accordingly. So we've gone into games where we didn't think it'd be a big game for a tight end, and then all of a sudden you walk away and they've got a ton of catches. So it's really based on how the defense deploys is where that ball goes, but no secret that we're trying to get Dave the ball.
Are you satisfied where that position is as a whole with what you have with behind David, or is that something that down the road?
Yeah, I mean, I think, as you know, Andrew and the staff are looking at every position constantly. I like the guys that we have. I think they're working really hard. I like the versatility we have at that position, but I know Andrew and that crew look at every position every day, just like the rest of the league does.
David had mentioned that after his accident last season, he just felt like his perspective completely changed on life, but also on the football field. Did you notice a shift in him after that?
Yeah, that was traumatic, and for what he went through, and then how he grew from that, was evident, I think, from all of his teammates. So certainly, when you go through something as scary as that, you learn about yourself. You certainly puts things in perspective. But he's continued to evolve as a team leader. We've talked about him over the years and his evolution of what he means to this football team. But that was a scary incident, obviously, and I think he definitely learned from it.
Kevin, looking back at that, him playing 36 hours later, was that just...
I can't remember if I told you guys this, but I remember the next day I saw Dave, and I was like, Dave, that was crazy. He's like, yeah, it was lit. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd use that word, but that was crazy. I'm
field, we've talked about his development, but where do you think he's grown the most at that position?
I wasn't here for the beginning part of his career. Comes to the team and understanding what we're doing and those type of things, and where we are and messaging. He's on top of that from a teammate standpoint.
We're seeing more 11 personnel this season, but how will that impact Dave's role?
I don't know that there's a huge impact personnel-wise, Mary Kay, for Dave. Whether obviously if you go 10 personnel, he's off the field. But I think anytime you're thinking about how we're going to play, it's really a combination of what we feel are our best lineups, what the defense is maybe susceptible to, and our game plan is somewhere in the middle. But obviously having a tight end on the field is a part of who we are.
I don't know if anyone asked you because I missed the beginning, but do you expect tomorrow to be the most competitive practice day yet?
You're saying yet?
Yeah. Now that you got this day out of the way.
I wouldn't characterize it that way, Tony. I think it was pretty competitive a few days ago when we went team and 7-on-7 there was, I thought, really good work. So yeah, I think one of our core things we believe in is competing in everything we do. So as you know, training camp, as you get going and the dog days kick in and it gets maybe more chippy and those type of things, that's natural in training camp, but we hope to compete in every practice.
You'll have pads tomorrow?
We're back in shells tomorrow. I think pads come Thursday.
When you have a day where you have to move stuff around and it rains,
yeah,
do you use that as kind of a coaching message, right? Take that opportunity to drive some points on.
Did you hear what I said from up here? You have good earshot there, Scott. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's we adjust that's part of the game of football. It's part of sports, team sports in particular. You have to adjust. You adjust the schedule. You adjust where you're practicing, and you have to keep going. You got to focus on what's in front of you. So certainly that's the message. Now, again, kudos to the real people that had to adjust today, which was our equipment staff, our video staff, our logistics, security. That was the real impressive part that I saw today.
Kevin said was getting praised up and down in the spring by everyone for how he's performing. What's like the next steps of what you want to see from him during training camp?
I think nothing specific, actually, other than showing up, continuing to do his work in whatever role he's asked to do. Sid is he's a pro now, not a rookie. So asking him to do a few different things in our offense, and he's really taken the bit.
Now that Jerome Ford is back and we don't have him today, are you able to share what his good news was?
He's got a little bundle of joy, is the good news. So, but I'll let him share the details.
Lining David out wide, what advantages does that create, do you feel like, especially with, his specific skill set?
Over the years, there's tight ends that you can line up out wide, in the backfield, in line. Dave's done a little bit of everything for us over the years. Not every tight end can do that, but anytime you put a tight end outside, typically it's the physicality. The corners are not used to going against guys that are 250 pounds, maybe 225 pounds max with wide receivers. So just the physicality of how those guys come off the ball and can get in and out of their routes and use their body are some of the things that you'll see with big tight ends out there.
And how important, like, when we talk about creating mismatches, to have a tight end like that, so maybe you're in 12 personnel, but it looks like 11.
Right.
He's essentially a receiver. So how important is he in that?
Absolutely, and that goes back to versatility. When you are in 12 personnel and you can make it look like 11 or make it look like 12 or even line up a tight end in the backfield, it's 21 all of a sudden. So versatility is an important part of that. You have to have the guys in order to do that. And you see across the league there are different